Today, inshallah, we're going to continue the skill that we have started with. The second skill that we started with, which is the writing. Remember, we started talking about the writing. How many or how much time do you have doing the writing section in the IELTS? Do you remember? How much time do you have?
1 hour.
1 hour. Thank you, Aisha. How many sections do you have in the writing? Do you remember? Thank you, Aisha. 2 sections. Each section has a time limit. Task number 1 or section number 1, it will take
20 minutes.
20 minutes. How many words? How many words? Do you remember? How many words do you remember? 150 words for task 1, and this should take you only 20 minutes. Task 2 will be 40 minutes and 250 words. Now today we're going to start with task 1, which is the easiest, by the way. They say that task 1 is the easiest because you don't have to come up with any idea. All the ideas, all the information is going to be on the paper. Now, what kind of questions you're going to have in the IELTS in task 1? طيب task 1 لماذا هو 20 دقيقة و task 2 هو 40 دقيقة؟ task 1 لأنه الأسئلة كلها تتمحور حول يوجد بيانات هكذا في صورة، يوجد بيانات، أنا كل الذي علي في 20 دقيقة أحلل البيانات هذه وأكتبها ككلام. Okay? فقط هذا هو المطلوب. So I just find something and I will just write about it. But task 2, no, they will ask you about your opinion. That's why they give you what 40 minutes. طبعا زيادة الكلمات 250 كلمة. But task 1, 150 because all you have to do is you have to take the information from the pictures. طيب, what kind of pictures you're going to have? The first one is a line graph. This one we call it line graph. Okay, I need someone to read this. Who can read it? Just read the paragraph here about the line graph. يلا خزامة.
Line graph is a graphical presentation of objects for each object. There will be a line that connects points and represent its changes over time.
Thank you so much. So you will have what graphical presentation. This is a graphical presentation of objects. طيب. For each object, okay, you will have what? A line that connect points to represent its change over time. For example, this one is about wildlife population. يعني الكثافة السكانية في wildlife يعني في الغابات. Okay. Now you have lines. Each line has a color. The color blue represents pears. Okay. Do you know the animal pears? Do you know the animal pears? Yes. And the line that has the orange color represents dolphins. And the line that has the gray color represents whales. So you're going, now I'm going to write, خلاص? I'm going to write about this in 150 words. I will start, for example, with the bears. Okay, it's about population. Population يعني السكانية أو الكثافة أو العدد. So bears in 2017, you see, until 2022. In 2017, okay, this is the population. And then it's what? Increased or decreased? Increased, let me show you, increased or decreased?
Which line?
The blue line. The blue line.
Increase.
Yes. Yes, very good. Increased. So you have to learn words like increased in order to describe the population. So I will write a sentence. I will say that from 2017 until what? Until 2022 or until the year now, 2020, the life or the population life of bears what has increased. Okay. Now, if we want to have to start with dolphins, dolphins is the opposite because it started with what? 2017, they were maybe 150 millions, maybe, I think. I don't know if this millions or thousands. But then until it becomes to 2022, did the population increased or decreased?
Decrease.
Sure, it has decreased, but not stable with the what? With the whales. Can you see? 2017 decreased, and then until 2018, and then they what? Increased, then decreased, then increased, then decreased. So it's not stable. We can use the word stable. You see, this is a line graph. When you look at it at the first time, you will think that, oh, it's very difficult. لكن الآن بعد ما حللناها، هل تشعرين إنه سهل يا ثاني؟ Can you analyze؟ ممكن تحللي رسمة هكذا؟
نعم.
You think it's easy now, right?
Yes.
Yes. What about the rest? What do you think ثاني؟ لو أتتك هذه الرسمة، دائما التاسك 1 في الرايتنج ترى دائما يكون هكذا. يعني line graphs is one of the common questions in task 1 in the IELTS writing. They will give you things and they will tell you you have to what? Analyze. دائما يكون about analyzing. Do you know the meaning of analyze?
تحليل.
Yes.
تحليل.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, all of you. Yes. So now when we look at it, it's not very difficult. The first time when you look, of course, you will what? Panic. But then when you see, no, I can analyze this, I can write about this, I can say this and that. So you will not come up with anything, no ideas in your mind. You're just analyzing. Right. The second thing that we have, or the second type of question that you might have is what? A bar chart. We call this as a bar chart. You will have this. I need someone to read the information about this type of question. Who can do that? يلا لين.
The data is shown in vertical
Huh?
or vertical صح؟
Yes,
or
صح.
horizontal bars. It is usually used to describe, compare, or point out the change or the trend on the bar chart.
Thank you so much. So here I have a bar chart. This one, we call it bars. You see, those things, we call them bars. Okay. They are shown in vertical or horizontal. This one is vertical or horizontal? Do you know the meaning of vertical and horizontal? Vertical means what?
أعمدة.
Huh? Say it again.
أعمدة.
Yes, very good. Or we can say عمودي, right? And what about horizontal?
خطوط.
Say it again, please.
خطوط.
Yeah, but ما هو عكس العمودي؟
أفق.
Yes, yes, very good. Thank you. So just a minute. Like this. So this bar chart could be in two ways. This one is vertical, يعني عمودي. Sometimes it could be horizontal. If you've seen this before, it's going to be like this. Okay. So what about this bar chart? It's usually used to describe or compare or point out the change or the trend on the bar chart. Now, if you're using Twitter, you know the meaning of trend. What is the meaning of trend? When I say trend, something that is trend.
Popular.
Yes, Khuzama?
Popular.
Popular, yes, something that is popular. Or maybe something is used the most, for example. Like, for example, here I have a percentage of people using multiple social networking sites. طيب. No site at all. I have here the color green in 2014. People who did not use any sites in 2014, this is what the percent of them. And 2015, this is what the percentage of them. One site only, again, 2014 and then 2015. 2014, two sites, 2015, and until the rest. What is the trend in this chart here? What is the trend? The most usage, the most percent, anything. There is a trend. What is it? People who are
One state.
very good, Inas, who are using one site in which year? In which year, Tani?
2014.
Yes.
14.
Yes,
Uh,
2014. Uh-huh.
2013.
Yes, very good. This one, this is the one that Inas me. I have the people who use one site in 2014 as the trend. The trend is the most thing. دائما أصلا في ال writing task 1 لازم أول شيء أول جملة تبدأين فيها يا ثاني، يعني بعد المقدمة أول جملة تبدأين فيها هي ماذا؟ الترند، يعني أعلى قيمة موجودة عندك في الرسمة، هذا أول شيء تبدأين فيه قبل أن تقارني ما بين اثنين. لا، هذا أول شيء الترند في الرسمة. So I have what here? I have people who are using one site in 2014. This is the trend. It was what? The most percentage of people who are using one site in 2014. And then I can compare. I can say, for example, that people who are using no sites in 2014 and 2015, they were more in 2014, but comparing to 2015, no, they were less. So I can compare. I can now only compare between the two. You see? Okay. Moving on to number 3 as the type of question in task 1, pie chart. Yes, Sarah, can you read this?
Pie chart. The pie chart is usually divided into many parts, and each part represents static in percentage of a factor.
Thank you so much. So this is, we call it a pie chart again. And each one, you see, can you see each part? They represent it with colors. Mostly they represent each part with colors. And you can see that in each part they have a percentage. Can you see that? Each part here, they have a percentage. Also here. Okay. Now, for this one, for example, I don't remember this question was about what, but maybe they will tell you that the percentage of people who are eating apple, the percentage of people who are eating banana, and the percentage of people who are eating cherry and other fruits. Okay. So what is the trend in this pie chart? Ya Salam. What is the trend here? Ha Salam.
About what, teacher?
This is the pie chart. دائما قلنا في التاسك 1 إذا أبدأ في التحليل، لما أنا أبدأ أحلل بعدين أكتب الباراجراف الأول، أبدأ أقول الترند. الترند يعني أعلى رقم، أعلى نسبة، أعلى شيء موجود عندي في الرسمة. So what is the trend here?
Apple.
Apple, and the percentage is what? Of eating the apple. What is the percentage? Percentage يعني النسبة.
30%.
32%. The apple is what? The people who are eating apples are what? The most people, and they are and their percentage is what? 32%. Comparing to people who eat other fruit. And then I'm going to compare between the people who are what? Eating other fruits, and I will make all my comparison in 150 words. So what do you think, Thani? Do you think this type of questions, do you think task 1 also easy now when you learn about the statics and how to answer?
Yes.
Yes, I think it's easy. Yes, we don't like those things, but when we go into them and we try to analyze them, it would be very easy. Number 4, a table. Now, yes, who can read the information here about a table? Jude Yagmur? Are you here, Jude? Jude Yagmur, are you here? Just read the paragraph. Okay, Dana Al-Garni. Dana? Are you here, Dana? No? You have to answer Tani when I call your name, so you won't be absent. طيب, يلا شهد.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, can you please read the paragraph?
Yes, I can. There will be one or more than one table containing data about a topic. Your job is to write at least 150 words paragraph to analyze and compare the statistic given in the
Yes.
tables or describe trend and change toward time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Shahad. So one type of questions that you might have in task 1 in writing is table. As you can see here, this table has a comparison between COVID-19 and the flu and the cold. Comparing between them in the symptoms, maybe in other things. We have many factors. So maybe let's see here, we have the fever. In COVID-19, it's common that you might have fever. In the flu, also it's common that you might have fever. But, however, in the cold, if you have a cold, it's rare that you have a fever. You see how you're going to compare? This is how you're going to write sentences. For example, if I have fatigue, COVID-19 and flu, it's common that you have fatigue, but in cold, no, sometimes it's not that common. A sore throat, for example. Sometimes I can have a sore throat in COVID-19 and if I have also a flu, but it's common, very common, if I have cold that I might have sore throat. You see, Thalith? This is a very easy type of question. I can absolutely have 150 words. I can finish in 20 minutes, okay? Writing everything that I want. Why? Because I just have to compare. All about comparison. You see? And then at the end, you can make a point that you can say that COVID-19 and flu, they are most likely to be that people cannot distinguish between them because there are many things that they are common with. Okay, like a fatigue, a runny nose, many things that COVID-19 and the flu are common with. But the cold, no. So what do you think, Thani? What do you think about this type of question? I think for me, it's the easiest. What do you think? Please talk to me.
It seems pretty easy.
Yes. Do you think this one is the easiest? Which one until now was the easiest for you?
This one.
This one. We've taken the line graph, we've taken the bar chart, the pie chart, and then the table. So you think the table is the easiest?
They're all easy.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. One also that we're going to have is the map. Yes. Yeah. What do we have? What do we have? رغد الهندي. رغد. Are you here, Ragad? No? Okay. Are you here, yeah? Leen al-Mulla? Leen al-Mulla, are you here?
Teacher.
Yes, honey, just read the paragraph. Just read it. Huh? Yes? Leen, are you here? Okay. أميرة الخريجي.
معلمة أنت قلتي لي من لين.
No, I mean other Leen.
Yes.
Yes, Amira Khareji, can you please read this paragraph? Just read it.
Two maps. This
Uh-huh.
form it likely to be more people
Popular.
popular
Mhm.
in depth.
In detail.
In detail, you will be given to map
Uh-huh.
about the same
The same place.
place and some place, but maybe into different
Uh-huh. Timelines.
timelines or projects.
Thank you so much. So one type also of the task one writing in the IELTS is that you might have a map, but they are going to give you two maps, okay? And you're going to compare about the things in the map, but you will have them in two timelines. For example, here we have Frenton. Frenton in 1990 and Frenton in 2012, and you're going to compare between the things that are maybe something what was there in 1990 but in 2012 no, it is missing, or maybe they change it to something else. So tell me one thing that is different between the two maps, something that here was in 1990 and then it changed in 2012. Also, one of the questions, it's not a very common question, by the way, but we should know how to answer this. So tell me, what is the difference? You're going to compare between the two maps. Yalla Shahad.
Shops.
What is it? Say it again.
The shops.
Yes, what's wrong with them?
In picture number 1,
Yeah,
shop, but number 2, supermarket.
yes, so you're going to say, for example, give me a sentence in Frenton. In Frenton, 1990, there were shops. But in Frenton 2012, they have changed this place to a supermarket. You see, I've written many words now, only comparing between one thing here. What else, Tani? Something that has changed? Ha, Sarah?
In the 1990s, the hospitals were smaller compared to the 219 and 12, I mean.
Yes, very good. Excellent. Yes. Can you see the hospital here and the hospital here? Yes. Now in 1990, it was smaller comparing between or comparing to the hospital in 2012. They make it a lot bigger. Maybe because of the what rising in the population. Maybe we can write that. What else, Tani? Also, one of the question. It's not common, but it's very easy. Maybe also it's the easiest, like the table. What else have changed? Tani, what's wrong? The weather is nice. You are quiet. Something that has changed. Yalla Sarah.
In the 1990s, there was a bank and it has been turned to a restaurant.
Very good. There was a bank and they changed this bank into a restaurant. Also, when I want to write Yathani, I don't have to write only about the things that have changed. Also, I can say that the school remained the same in 2000, in the same place in 1990 and in 2012. I can say, I don't have to say only comparing the things that have changed. I can say that there is a thing that did not change, things that have been stable. You see, I can do that. Okay. Number 6, this is the last thing. Here, one of the questions, but I think it's not very easy because it requires a lot of vocabulary. It's called process. Who can read that? I need just to read that. I need Ghadi. Are you here, Ghadi? Ghadi Bardisi, are you here? Huh, Ghadi? Hello? It's not nice, Ola, when I ask Tani, when I ask your name. It means that you are making the class mute, so you don't hear me. Okay. Layan Mirza, are you here, Layan? Layan Mirza? No, you're not here. Oh, okay. طيب يلا رؤى. Can you read the paragraph?
Yes, in detail, you have to maintain all the
To
steps
mention,
or
you
phrases
have this one mentioned. You have to mention.
mention all the steps or phrases in order without missing one. The steps will be displayed using arrows.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much. So as you can see here, they are going to give you all the steps to do something, anything, okay? You don't know what's going to come in the exam, in the test. So you will start from number 1, raw materials. You're going to describe using words. هم كتبوها على أنها صور. You're just going to use your words to describe what's happening here. So you're going to say raw material here, iron or yellow or carbon. So you're going to describe what's happening without missing any step. You're going to do that. This question also, it's not very common, okay? And this is a good thing because it's not easy to do that, to describe what's happening, especially if I don't know the vocabulary to describe now what's happening, now what's going to happen, okay? So first you might have say that we have a raw material and then we have to melt them, okay? Then we have to refinement, for example. Okay, you're going to describe every step, every step. Luckily for us, it's not common, but we have to get practice on this kind of question because we don't know. We might have this, okay? Of course, we don't know what's going to be in front of us. Okay. Type. Here are some of the vocabularies that you have to use or you might use if you want to describe something related to task 1. Remember when we talked about the line graphs, we've talked about the pie chart. Also, we've talked about other things, the bar chart. Now I have to use some words. We said that we have to use increase and decrease, right? Also, there are some words I can use. I can use climb. I can use go up. I can use grow, for example. Okay. Also, we said increase. I can use jump, rise. For example, here, remember, Thani, when we've talked about this? The wildlife population. I can say that the population of bears has what? Risen, right? Do you know the meaning of risen? It's here.
ارتفع.
Yes, very good. Say it again, please, Khuzama.
ارتفع.
Yes, thank you. So now I'm describing this, okay? You can take a screenshot, Thani, because you're going to use this. We're going to have, inshallah, from next class, we're going to have a task, we're going to have examples, samples, and you're going to write. So you need those vocabulary, okay? And also remember when we said that you cannot repeat the same word? Yani don't count on only the word increase. No, it's not okay because you have to change it. Now I compare between two things and I say, oh, it has increased. I have also to compare between two things. I can use the word rise. I can use the word go up. Okay, changing a vocabulary is good for you. Okay, what about verbs to describe a downward trend? Decline, decrease, drop, fall, go down. All of those I can use them. You see in this also? Here, it has go down. When we talked about the whales, okay, from 2017 to 2018, it's go down. Okay, maybe we can say the population go down, the population decreased. I can use any other word that I want. Okay, describing what's happening. Okay, but sometimes things are stable. They didn't change. They are the same. I can say the words like what? Maintain, remain. I can say stay. They are stable, steady, unchanged. The population of this, for example, it remain unchanged. I can say that. Okay. طيب, did you take a screenshot ثاني? Huh? Did you take a screenshot? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes.
Okay. Also here, the same vocabulary. You will find many things in the internet to tell you what to do or what to write, sorry. Sometimes the number has what changed, but it's what increased slightly. Slightly, do you know the meaning of slightly?
قليل.
Say it again, please.
قليل.
Yes, just a little bit or slowly. Okay, through the years, the population have risen what? Slowly. Okay, or as you can see, it could be what? Sharply or rapidly, meaning quickly. Okay, rapidly, quickly, all of those words, you can use them. Okay, how to describe when something is what? What does this mean? Decrease, increase, or what? What is this?
Remain the same.
Yes, when something remains the same, when something is stable. I can say stay, constant, steady. See? Okay. Here are the steps of writing. I need you, yeah. Afnan and Hamid, are you here?
Yes.
Can you read step 1 and step 2?
Learn the question. Phrases the question.
What is this? Can you read it again? So step 1, learn the question. What about step 2, Afnan? Can you read it again? Paraphrase.
Paraphrase
Uh-huh.
the question.
Thank you so much. So the first step that I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to learn. I'm going to see the question, understand the question. And he said that step 2 is paraphrase the question. What do you think the meaning of paraphrase, Thani? I will give extra points to the student who tell me the meaning of paraphrase. What is the meaning of paraphrase? Quickly use your phone, use the things that you have to have the meaning. Say it again, please.
شرح النص.
Express the meaning of.
Sarah, what did you say?
Express the meaning of the question.
Express the meaning of the question, but how?
بصيغة ثانية.
Yes, very good, very good. Thank you, Sarah and Khuzama. Thank you, Shahad, also. She wrote the same thing. Paraphrase means you're going to read the question, you're going to rewrite the question again, but you have to paraphrase. Paraphrase means you have to use new what? Let me show you here.
Words.
New words, very good. You have to use new words, you have to use new vocabulary. If I'm going to paraphrase, if I use the same, then what's going to happen? I use the same words that question has. What's going to happen? I'm going to lose marks, of course, because they say that repeating the same words is not acceptable. You have to use new words every time. طيب, I need رهف القاضي.
Step 3, write the overview. Step 5.
Do you know the meaning? Do you know the meaning of overview, Rahaf?
No.
What do you think the meaning of overview? We said that in the first paragraph, we're going to write the same question again. Okay, overview, remember when we said what? Find the most, or find what? Let me show you.
It's like a preview.
Yes, very good. And also you should write in the overview, you find what? You find the trend, remember? Yes, remember the trend. The trend is the high number or the most number or the highest thing that I have in the what? In the chart that I have in front of me. Okay, so this is what I write on the overview. Lean, can you read number 4?
Teacher me ولا لين سالم?
Yes, you. Yes, Lean.
Okay, consider rules in IELTS for writing. Task 1.
Yes, consider the rules. Do you remember the rules of the IELTS writing task 1? What were the rules? What was the time? Hathani, what was the time in task 1? Those are the rules. You should consider the rules. You shouldn't forget the rules while you do your part in the test. So what were the rules? Tani, what were the rules of task 1? The time, the number of words, those are the rules. So what were the rules?
150 words in 20 minutes.
Thank you. 150 words. Thank you, Farah. Thank you, Jude. In 20 minutes. You have to consider those rules. Don't forget those rules. And the last step, ya Ghala?
Step 5, check your grammar and
Punctuations. So the last step after I've done writing, or maybe I think that you shouldn't do after you finish writing. I think you should pay attention to your grammar and to your punctuations while you are writing. Also the spelling, don't forget the spelling while you are writing, because 20 minutes, there is no time to go back and to correct stuff. Maybe the punctuations, you can leave them and till the end, but the grammar, you should pay attention to the grammar while you write. Okay, maybe you can ask for a draft paper so you can write the stuff that you're not very sure about. Okay, so considering the 6 type of questions that we had, which one was the easiest? Do you think is the easiest, Tani? The line graph, bar chart, pie chart, or table, map, or the process? Which one you think? Chart. Pie chart for you, Abir.
Graph.
Yeah. What about you, Lynn?
Map and line graph.
The map and the line graph, this one, you think it's the easiest? What about you, Sani? For Jude, she thinks that the map is very easy, or the easiest. Yes, I think the map is very easy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, Hiba, Juri, Rama, they think that the map is very easy. Yes, because it's like when I give, do you remember those games when I tell the 7 differences between 2 pictures or 10 differences between 2 pictures? It's like the same game. So yes, the map is very easy. The line graph, it's one of the most common questions. And luckily for us, the map is not very common, by the way. Okay, but the bar chart, the line graph, those are very common questions that you might have. So we should learn them very well. And they are easy, by the way. Sahama, they give you a panic attack when you see them at the beginning, but it's easy when you try to analyze them. Okay, we're going to stop here. Okay, and from next class, inshallah, you should have your notebooks with you because we're going to write. You're going to show me sentences that you have written in order to compare between 2 things, as we did now. Okay, because we have at least to have 3 type of questions that we've practiced on very well. Okay, so do you have any questions, Thani?
No, thank you.
Thank
You're
you, teacher.
welcome, honey. You're welcome. Okay, just a minute. Let me take the attendance. Okay, Shahad Qarri is here and she participated. Khuzama is here and she participated. Lama Adil also is here and she participated. Dima Rajah, are you here, Dima? Yes, she is here. Okay. Shayma Al Ward, are you here?
Yes.
Yes. Mayar Hajjar. Mayar is absent. Thank you so much, Miss Muna, for coming. So Rama Al-Hadrami is here and she participated. Sarah also is here. She participated. Abir also. Aisha Abu Laban. Hiba also. Farah Mirza. Lin Al-Mulla. Shema Rihali, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. Razan Al-Harbi is here also. Salam Al-Khatrawi is here and she participated. Rahaf Al-Qadi also. Dania Yasser also is here. Razan Al-Ghamdi is here. Ghala also, she's here and she participated. Jude Ahmed is here. She participated. Ghadi, are you here? Ghadi? Ghadi is here. Ghadi, when I call your name, please, you have to answer.